What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today we're talking about anime gaming as usual. Now, here's my thing. I've been a big fan of like Yu-Gi-Oh since I was young. You know, I used to play the game when I was younger, and play like a lot after that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I've always loved playing the games. I play Master Duel right now. I play Dueling as we speak. But one thing's always been missing is those Yu-Gi-Oh story games. And for some reason, many people may not agree, but I always used to like those world championship games, the series where you basically go around and like it's like an adventure type thing. It's basically Pokemon with Yu-Gi-Oh. You would go around, do like little quests, be a storyline, a story mode, or whatever. And I guess that many people didn't really like them, or if they did, it didn't really catch on that much. But for me, they were my favorite games on like DS. That's why even now they're near and dear to my heart. And I, like many fans, are pretty much eagerly awaiting a sequel. Now, for those who aren't familiar with these types of games, let me give you a little quick rundown. The World Championship games are a series of video games based on the popular anime and manga series Yu-Gi-Oh! In these games, players can collect and customize decks, battle against opponents from around the world, and compete to be the ultimate champion. So why do I want a sequel to these games? Well, to be honest, for starters, the last installment came out in like 2011. That's like a whole decade ago. And in that time, there's been countless new cards added to the actual game. I mean, if you play Master Duel, it's like so many new cards now, so many new like Yu-Gi-Oh decks and stuff that you can just play with. It's interesting, it's inviting, and Master Duel is a great tool for if you want to go and just kind of play Yu-Gi-Oh at its base level. But for me, I like the story mode aspect of it. I like the, you know, running around, facing different opponents and stuff, and it being a part of a story, the sort of kind of adventurous sense that it gives you. So Master Duel just won't really do that for me. Like, it gives you more of a unique experience. Like, you can't really get that from playing like the actual card game itself, or you can't even get that from playing Master Duel. It puts you in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh. It makes the game of Yu-Gi-Oh like more dramatized, if that makes any sense. Like, of course, you know, you go on Master Duel, you just play a duel, it's a duel. With that particular game, it's like you're dueling for the fate of wherever you're at. Let's not forget about the customization options. Now, in these games, you basically get to play with a custom character. And with that custom character, you get a lot of different customization options and different outfits for your characters. This is a cool thing because, you know, in a world with Yu-Gi-Oh and with cards and stuff, you want to kind of not play as the main characters. It's not bad playing as them. It's just that I really like the direction they took in the games where you didn't really play with them. I mean, you played with the characters, but not in the sense of you are the characters. You mainly played around them and with them and fought against them at certain times. Like, you were part of the story, but you were your own person. Plus, who really doesn't like customizing clothes and options and, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh decks? Like, it was just a whole bunch of possibilities. There were a lot of cards to collect, cooler story mode to go with it. But enough about the game itself. Let's talk about why I really truly want a sequel. The memes. No, I'm just joking. But in all seriousness though, if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, the anime at least, you pretty much know that it's full of ridiculous moments, over-the-top characters, and the World Championship games really are no exception. Like, those games were like gold mines for entertainment. Like, it was just like, it was always something to do, always unfold to battle, and that was cool. You know, it was like you would get stopped by random duelists, you had to duel your way out of certain situations. The difficulty of those games really did spike up a little bit too, so it was really fun to kind of play. It wasn't just like I can build something and curb stomp everything. There were actual moments where you would actually have to build something that was very good and very balanced at times. Now, there's a few things that I would change if we do get a remake or a remaster or at least a new game, because with the Switch, it's a lot of possibility for a Yu-Gi-Oh game that can actually do what I want it to do. You know what I'm saying? Have a decent story. I would be absolutely amazed if I got like a Breath of the Wild version of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like something like Pokemon Legends, not necessarily in the same format, but something similar. With like a walk around city, like a battle city or something like that, where you can go around and battle certain people. That'd have been really cool. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh's been forgotten by the Switch. They have all the basic games everybody else has, but I feel like Nintendo has always been the best when it comes to off-the-wall games like that. I mean, we had Willy Breakers, we had like Dual Transfer thing. There's a lot of different weird Yu-Gi-Oh games on Nintendo's franchise. Like I mentioned earlier, that the AI in the previous games could be quite challenging. I want that to stay a thing. I want it to be difficult. I want it to be very hard to clear story mode. So you just have to use thought process, and you have to really think about how you want to build your specific deck to counter and to deal with certain cards. I feel like a lot of these games, when they deal with single player, it just becomes ridiculously too easy at that point. Like for me personally, I could actually see Duel Links becoming like an adventure game and playing that format, because that format is actually not bad. It's really slowed down and it's really simple, like more simple, and there is a meta because it's kind of slowed down. It won't get out of hand so much that you can't just kind of come back. You can beat a meta deck in that game without you yourself necessarily being meta. Speaking of that, I wouldn't mind seeing some of the modes that they include in that, you know, like just like speed duel, and you know, something they had in the old games. They had like the speed duel thing in the old games, but something like that, like to actually go with the actual anime. I couldn't even tell you what anime that Yu-Gi-Oh's on right now, but I know there's a lot of different modes and special things you can do with that. But here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, what I really want from Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship Series is a chance to relive some of my favorite moments from the show. I would really love it if they could go from like the original Yu-Gi and just kind of continue to keep going from there, and like make a game where it's like maybe all the Yu-Gis together or something like that. Just make it like full of content. I have a lot of good memories with that franchise, like going to the locals and online play. They could make it competitive in a sense. So I mean, I say this to Konami, but I know they're not listening. Give the people what they want, man. And that is basically newer, fun ways to play the game that we all love. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you want to see the World Championship Series come back, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video.